Okay, hi you guys. Thank you for jumping on tonight. We are going to be talking about hopefully some tips and tricks when it comes to making reels, doing lives, and getting a good photo. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to touch on is reels. Okay, the reason why I feel like you guys, we all have to be doing reels, and I was kind of stubborn with this topic because let's just be honest, I didn't feel qualified. I didn't feel like I did good reels. I told myself all the reasons why I didn't need to do reels consistently. Okay, but let me tell you what I have learned since I've started doing reels. Okay, I have grown my Instagram in the past three weeks or so, maybe the last month, from 3,200 followers to over 14,000. Okay. I've been doing reels pretty consistently for, I want to say about 2.5 months. Okay. Before that, it was pretty sporadic. And every once in a while, I would get like a random reel take off and I would get some traction and some interaction from it. But I feel like with Instagram changing, especially, we're going to talk about reels on Instagram first. With reels on Instagram, from what I have noticed from my experience, is they are pushing reels out first. Have you noticed in your timeline that maybe you're not seeing as many photos, you're seeing a lot more reels, because that is what they are pushing out to audiences, okay? And they're pushing it out to people. Yes, your followers will see that, right? They're going to see your reels, but they're pushing that out to people who do not follow you, okay? So you guys, it's part of our job to grow our network. That's what we do. We're network marketers. So in my opinion, that is the quickest, fastest way to, hold on, we have a couple of people in the waiting room.
Oh, sorry. I wouldn't.
I just caught it with out of the corner of my makeup and hair on point. Thank you, girl. I did this all for you guys. So in my opinion, reels are something we all need to be doing. Okay. The algorithm is going to work for you if you are creating reels. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about, what I've been doing lately to really get that traction on my reels. You guys, Instagram is going to push out reels that make people feel something. Okay. And I know you guys know what I mean, because when you see a reel that's funny, right? You feel an emotion. When you see a reel that maybe makes you tear up and it's super relatable, or it's talking about mom life and how hard and the struggle that can be sometimes, or you're seeing something, maybe from your past that you've overcome, but super relatable. They are pushing out stuff that is making people feel things. Okay. That is making people laugh, that's relatable. Okay. So, in my opinion, I do think that we absolutely should be doing reels that have to do with product, opportunity, what this business is doing for you, the community. Okay. We should be doing those. But what I've been doing, and it seems to be working really, really well, I'm having more conversations and more interaction than I have probably in my entire business. Okay. What I've been doing is creating reels that have to do with who I am. Britt kind of touched on this on Sunday. So I'm talking about single mom life. I'm talking about making jokes about, just being single, and, when they like me, I don't like them. When I like them, they don't like me. I'm being funny, right? Like, I'm catching people's attention through my story. It's making them feel they can relate to it. It's making them laugh, right? So when I get a lot of traction on reels, what I'll do is then I will pop in, like, if I'm getting like 3,000-4,000 views, right, on a reel, I'm going to pop in and do an opportunity reel, right? And I've noticed that has really, really helped my engagement with my opportunity and product reels, right? So another thing that I've been doing is, no matter what type of reel I'm doing, whether I'm doing a brand reel, or I'm pulling something from my past or my recovery or being a single mom or whatever it may be, no matter what, it has something thrive in it, right? Like I did one the other day, sitting on my floor, eating peanut butter out of a jar. It was a mom one, but I had my thrive shakes in the back so that you could see them, right? So you could see my patches. Do you know how many people messaged me, even though that reel had nothing to do with our business or products? I had people message me and say, what are those little stickers that you're wearing? Like they commented on my reels, what is that sticker like I keep seeing you wear? So no matter what reel you're doing, sprinkle your business and your products in it. Okay. I'm gonna really try to stick to my notes tonight. So because I just feel like this is such an important topic for all of us, because this is our business, right? It's social media, it's network marketing, it's growing our network, it's getting our face out there to as many people as possible. It's letting as many people hear our story and our journey as many as possible, right? It's super important to be you. I hope you're getting that from what I'm saying. It's important to niche down to who you are in your reels, okay? Yours isn't going to look the same as mine, right? And it's not supposed to, because honestly, what Instagram is looking for is uniqueness. They want it to be unique, right? A lot of people, and I've gotten this question a lot lately, is like, how do I find reels? It's really, really simple. And for a long time, I avoided this, and I don't really know why. It was like that limiting belief of like, what I'm doing right now is working. But that's part of taking accountability and saying, you know what, maybe what I'm doing is still kind of working, but it's time to pivot and it's time to shift. So it's simple, you guys. You go to reels. We all see them. Go to reels. You save sounds that you personally felt something with. Okay. I think that's like the theme is, if it makes you feel something, if you can relate to it, save it and remake it. Okay. Save a bunch of sounds. Okay. So when you go back and you're, what I like to do is get ready one day and create 7 different reels. So then I might like do an outfit change or change the setting of like where I'm doing it in my house, or go outside and do a reel out there. But I like to just get a bunch done, take a couple hours of one day and get a bunch done, because then it's done, right? It's done for the week. Did you want to touch on anything? I know that we kind of talked about a little bit about that. You're queen at reels too, so I definitely want you to share a little bit.
My journey with reels. Okay, y'all can go back and look at my Instagram. I was terrible, but I fell forward because I knew this is something that I had to do. I see that they were popular, so whatever is popular, that's what they're going to push. So sorry guys, I get distracted with the waiting room, but okay. So when I started doing reels, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just doing whatever felt right. So there was a lot of reels that I did post. I'm like, yep, that's the one that's going to get so much traction. I just know it. But the ones that made me feel more vulnerable, it wasn't even me talking about my business. It was talking about me. People wanted to get to know me. So make sure that you're, like Beck said, sprinkle your business along the journey that I was on Instagram. When I started, I had like maybe 200 followers, guys, on my Instagram. Like I had nobody on my Instagram. But because I started posting reels and I started just being myself, I sprinkled my family in there, my husband in there. Once I started being myself, I seen my follow grow. Like I was just like, oh, like I didn't even realize I had over 2,000 followers, because I wasn't even paying attention, but everybody was paying attention to my reels. There's more traction there. So just make sure that you are sprinkling in your, like, just you. Be you on your reels, okay? I love hair and makeup, so I do hair and makeup on my reels a lot, or I'll throw my husband in there because he's so silly and everybody likes watching him. Like, oh my gosh, you got to post more reels with him. Just have fun with it. This business is supposed to be fun, so have fun. That's really all I have to say about reels. But
no, I love that though, because you guys, that's the thing, is like this can be our family. This is us. So who are you? Do you spend most of your time with your family in the house? Include them in on the reels. One of the biggest reels, like the highest viewed reels that I have and the most engagement, it's got like 17,000 likes on it or something. No, more than that. But that's not important. Is one that I did with my kids. And it was like a, what do you call it? We didn't plan it. Like we were just in the kitchen. I threw on a song and we were dancing. Like I was kind of like doing like a little bit, and I'm just gonna say it. I was doing like a little bit of like stripper dances, and Presley was looking at me like, what are you doing, mom? Like not too inappropriate, okay? But it got the most views because people like to see families. They want to see you having fun, right? Again, it's going to go back to creating reels that are going to make people feel something. Okay. Let me see where I'm at in my notes. There's so many, we have some graphics that we're going to post when I post the training, but just a bunch of different ideas on what you can different reel ideas, different live ideas. We created some awesome graphics for this. So let's see, I talked about that. Do you guys have any questions this far? Like, if you guys have any questions about reels, please drop it in the chat. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. So I think that in my experience, because I can always only talk about my experience, you guys, is reels is the best way to grow your network. Okay. But what happens is reels are going to bring people to your page. Okay. So I'm going to kind of go off and talk about stories just for a minute, because I think it's super important when we are making reels. Okay. That's going to bring them to your page. And so maybe your reel doesn't necessarily have to do with your business or the opportunity or the community or the products, but guess where they're going to go once they've watched your reels? They're going to go to your stories. Okay. And that's why it's super important, you guys, to be doing it full circle. You're pushing out reels, you're creating reels, you're bringing value to your audience. And in your stories, you are showing up and sharing your business and sharing what you love about this opportunity, and you're sharing your products and you're sharing your testimony. And you're, again, I think, this is a theme all across the board with all of the leaders, is being sharing your experience. Okay. So reels are going to bring them to your page. Your story is going to really keep them there. Right. And on top of your story, and we'll go ahead and talk about the next subject, which is photos. Okay. Once they get to your page through reels, they're going to go to your stories and they're going to check out your stories, but then they're going to probably go to your feed. Is that not like what we typically do when we're checking people out? It's like reel, stories, feed, right? So I want to make this really, really clear, because I don't want you to think that if you do not have a perfect photo, it is not a good photo. But this is what I have learned. And I think we can all relate, because we're attracted to aesthetic, right? Things that look clean, clear. It does not have to be a perfect feed, but you guys, it's really, really important that we are taking clear photos, that we don't have, you guys, I'm constantly, not even gonna lie, I am constantly going like this, getting stuff out of the way so I can take a picture or do a story, right? Like my house isn't like spotless at all, but you aren't going to see that in my reels, and you're not going to see that in my stories, and you're not going to see that in my pictures. And I think just being more aware when you're taking pictures and you're doing reels and you're creating content, of just like what the background setting is. Okay. So I do want to share with you guys, like because a lot of you guys know my story. When and this may be the case for some of you, so I want to touch on it. When I first started this business in the first year and a half that I was here, I lived in a studio apartment. Okay. A basement studio apartment that had one window that was, I'm not kidding you, this big. You guys, I had zero light in there. It was cluttered. It was messy. There was literally nothing I could do. There was 4 of us living in a studio apartment. It just was what it was, right? So I was super insecure, but you know what I did? I went outside to do reels. I took advantage of days at the zoo. right? I would take a purse full of product and I would take pictures out wherever we were. I would make sure to, make sure when I was out, I was, getting a bunch of photos with me and my products, or me like up on the tree, just different, like a bunch of different photos of you, and taking advantage of being out and about, right? Like I would even like go sit on the, to get some creative photos, I would sit like in the driveway and just take pictures there. So don't think that if you are in a situation like that, where I didn't think that, like, I didn't feel, I was super embarrassed, right? There was just, it was horrible. But get creative, get outside, take advantage of when you are out, or when you guys, I used to go to my friend's house, I would house sit her house, and it was gorgeous. Okay. And I would take a million pictures while I was there. Okay. So get creative. I do believe you guys have to remember that our feed is our business, right? Like somebody's going to go to our page and they're going to see your feed, right? That's going to be one of the first things that they see. That's your storefront. Is it clean? Is it organized? Is it cohesive? Right? I do want you to talk about, Shanice, I do want you to talk about Lightroom. If that's okay with you, you want to talk about that for a second? Because I do believe, you guys, I do believe at some point in your business, you should have a preset on your page. Okay. I do believe that. I don't think it's necessary, especially in the beginning. I don't think it's necessary, but I do think that we should all be making that a goal.
So when I first started, of course, I did not have a preset. I was just taking pictures and I'm like, okay, that looks good enough. But if I wanted to make my page more welcoming and like just eye-catching, I knew I had to change something on my page. And when Krista and Brittany were going over, you need a preset, you need to do this, I downloaded Lightroom. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm still kind of failing forward in it, trying to figure out what works best for me. But that's what you got to do, guys. You just got to play around with it, see what works. See, there's all kinds of presets that you can download from Etsy, and there's a whole thing on YouTube to show you how to download it to your Lightroom. So don't be scared to play around with it, because I didn't know anything about lighting and everything. All I was like, okay, that looks like a good picture. Okay, as long as it's clear, clean, and cut. And what I think in my mind of clean, clear, and cut is Pinterest. If anybody goes to Pinterest, they know that everything is like really clean. So is this Pinterest worthy? Would they share my feed on Pinterest? Because everything on Pinterest is clean, clear, and cut. So that's what I basically do now. I'm like, okay, so I'll download all my pictures, go straight to my Lightroom now. I'll play around with it, see what settings I like. I think I've bought like maybe 10 presets, guys. You got to just figure out what works for you. You're going to buy a lot first before you figure out what really works for you. I know, like me as a Black girl, there's a lot of presets that don't work. It washes me out. So you just got to figure out what works for you. But that's really just my failing forward in room and Lightroom.
Yeah, no, I love that, because that's exactly what I did to you guys. If you go back on my feed to the first probably year I was in this business, I had the worst, like I look at it now and I'm like, dear God, like I was definitely failing my way forward here, because it was like the worst preset. It didn't match anything. It made me look gray and wrinkled. Like it was horrible. But that's what I mean, is it's not about perfect. It's really about like just trying these things. If you've been sitting over there saying, oh my God, I need to do Lightroom. Everybody keeps talking about Lightroom. I need to get a preset, but you're feeling that resistance and you're not doing it. Girl, you need to get on it tonight or tomorrow. And this is how I learned. I watched tutorials. There's no one that can come to my house and like show me how to do it. So I had to be resourceful and proactive with that. And same as Shanice, and most of us probably have 10, 15, 20 presets saved until you find that one that really goes with your look, your brand, and who you are. Okay. I did see some questions in here. Let me see if I can.
Um,
You have to memorize. Shanice and I were talking about this yesterday when we zoomed. You have to memorize the lyrics. Okay. So I know that a lot of people don't do reels because they're not good at doing, you guys, neither am I. I'm really not. Like, what I will personally do is I will just sit there and watch it about 20 or 30 times and kind of like, you know, practice it while they're doing it so that I can try to memorize it and get the reel down, right?
yeah.
And then I'll probably do that 15 more times when I'm actually trying to create the reel so that I could get it right. But I don't think if you're someone who that's hard for, I don't think that you have to worry about that. Like Shanice was saying to me yesterday, a lot of the times she will just take those ones and, you know, where you're supposed to be moving your mouth, and she'll share something in the text, right, that maybe is on her heart, or, you know, if she hears the sound or the song and it makes her think of something, it makes her feel something, she'll share that with her audience in text. Again, this is just feeling your way forward. It's being willing to do the hard things and do the scary things and do the things that we're uncomfortable with until we get good at it. Okay. It's taken me a long time to get, and I don't even think I'm really like great at reels. I'm still learning every single day. We all are, because Instagram is constantly changing. You think you got it down one day and it's like, what the heck? Like the next day is totally different.
Yeah.
But you have to be willing to roll with the punches and just try. That's it. You have to put in the effort. You have to try. You have to be intentional with this stuff. And then I saw another question. I hope this is all making sense, guys. Can you share how you add people off of their reels and if they've showed love on your reels? So I actually do this a lot. This is one of the ways that I grow my own personal network, is I will go to a reel that I really like, or that made me feel something or whatever. Maybe it's like somebody who I really admire, and I will go into the comments and go through whoever's commented on that reel and go and look at their stories and do 3, 2, 1s and decide if I want to follow them or not. Decide if I think I can add value to their life, or maybe they bring value to mine, and just see if we vibe. Like, I do that all the time. I think that's a great way to grow your network. And honestly, yeah, a lot of the times, not always, not every single person that I follow or go through their stories and do 3, 2, 1s into their pages will come and look at my stories or watch my reels or comment. But a lot of the times I notice when I'm intentional with that, you know, and I spend an hour doing that and doing 3, 2, 1s and networking, right? I will have more views on my story. I will get more engagement on my page and on my reels. Okay. I hope that answered that question. Okay, dumb. Okay, dumb question preset. It's not a dumb question, because if you don't know, you don't know. So presets are, how do you even explain a preset? Preset is something that's pre-made. It's kind of like a filter, but it's pre-made, and you are able to apply it through Lightroom, which is the app. You're able to apply it through Lightroom to make your whole page cohesive. So if you, Kayla, if you were to go to my page, or a lot of the leaders, Brittany, a lot of the leaders, you'll see how our pages kind of have, they have a rhyme and rhythm. It looks cohesive. It looks clean and cut. It's because we have a preset. So if you're looking to find a preset, the very first step is going to be, I don't know, maybe you guys found some somewhere else. I personally got all of my presets from Etsy. You can get them in bundles. You can get all different kinds for like 99 cents. Some of them, I think I paid the most, $3.99 for 15 or 20 presets. So you're going to have to go to Etsy first, find a preset, purchase the preset, and then you will apply the preset on Lightroom. Again, you guys, I'm not going to go in exactly how to do that. I want you guys to be super resourceful and go and YouTube how to get presets on Lightroom, or from Etsy to Lightroom. It'll literally tell you every single step. Okay. Oh yeah, M does have some really cool presets to you guys if you guys are looking for presets. Yes, when you buy the preset on Etsy, it also comes with instructions. Yep, it sure does. I'm just gonna run through these really quickly so I can make sure I'm answering all the questions. Okay. So let's see here.
Oh, so someone asked me, where do I get my presets Okay, so I get mine from Etsy too. It's really just figuring out what shade works for you. I know, like for us of color, sometimes it's really hard when it comes to presets because they don't match our skin tone. They either make us really, really super dark or they make our makeup look. It makes my makeup look orange. I don't know, but you got to play around with it. I bought like maybe 15, 20. I don't know how many I've bought, but I'm figuring it out, guys. It's failing forward, figuring out what works for you, whatever works with your skin, with your. I like greens, and I wear black 24/7. Like y'all know, I have a sweatshirt on, black sweatshirt. I don't really wear a lot of bright colors, so just whatever fits your mood, your tone. That's just got to figure it out, basically.
Absolutely. It's just one of those things again, you guys, it's our business. We fail our way forward, we learn, we're resourceful, we try new things, we roll with the punches, right? So I'm just like going through my notes to make sure I touch on everything.
Yeah.
I did want to say, where did it just go? Oh, I want you guys. So when I first started, you guys, and and I think we all maybe do this if we've never been in this type of business before. Every single picture that I posted was a selfie. Okay. Selfie. Some of them I had Snapchat filters on there. You guys, please, 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 please don't do that. Okay. Please don't use Snapchat filters. It just does not. They're fun for Snapchat, right? And maybe even your stories, you can do it there. But when it comes to your feed, this needs to be really, and you need to be intentional with that. It needs to be you. Okay. Don't go in and, and I've done it. Okay. I'm not like saying you're bad or horrible for doing it, but like shrink your belly and put makeup on your face and, make your butt bigger or whatever. Like, we don't need to do that. Like, just be you. Make sure that it's clean. If you do not have a ring light by now, guys, get a ring light. I promise you, it will change your content. Okay. It'll change your whole business. When I first got a ring light, I was like, holy crap, this is like a whole nother world. Okay. Lighting is so important when you are taking pictures, making reels, and even in your stories, right? If you cannot use natural light, I have a lot of it in this house, but in my studio apartment, I had like none. If you can use natural light, obviously that's going to be the best. It's going to look the best on your skin. It's going to give you the best, cleanest picture. But if not, you guys get a ring light. You can find them on Amazon. I have the TikTok one that I bought for like 125, and it's literally like giant, and it has all the accessories on it. So I can, do all the angles and all the things. But when I first started, I just went to Amazon and I think I got it for $24.99 or something like that. And I know there's cheaper ones on there too. So you just have to kind of look around. When you're taking your pictures, you guys, get like life, get other things other than your face. Okay. I know that sounds weird. Like, your face is beautiful and it's great, and we want to see that and we want to show that. But I think it was Candy that said this to me, and it was probably about 6 months into my business. She was like, maybe you should share something else besides like yourself. And I was like, what? And what she meant is I should share my life, take different dimensions of photos, right? So it's not just selfie, 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 selfie on our feed. Take pictures of your kids, take pictures of you sitting down far away, take pictures of you standing up, build dimension within your page so that it keeps them there. It's more eye-catching, right? And it's really showing who you are. Take a picture of your dog, take a picture of you holding your Waymaker cup with your black label. Like, all of that stuff is aesthetically pleasing, and it's the best way to do it. Did you have anything else to say on that? And I think we're going to talk about lives, and then I think we'll be done. I hope this made sense, you guys. I hope you guys are getting some good info.
Yes, I don't have anything else about photos.
So let's talk about lives really quick. So lives are important. Okay. They are super, super important. This is something that I personally, I'm just going to call myself out. I need to be better at myself. Okay. They can be terrifying. They can give you all the anxiety. They can all the things, you guys, but lives are super, super important. They're going to show your audience who you are, and it gives them that like real time you. Okay. And you don't have to go live all the time to talk about business or products. Okay. Get going live. I feel like there's so many different ways that we can utilize lives. But going live to show who you are. Do you love to cook a meal with your friends on Facebook? You know what I mean? Cook a meal with your friends on Instagram. Go live and share your makeup, how you do your makeup or how you do your hair, or your workout would be bomb. You know what I mean? Like get creative with your lives. We're going to actually post some graphics with 30 different live ideas. So there's going to be a ton on there for you guys to like go and check out. We should be doing in this. I don't know. I think Britt agrees with this, but we should be going live. Okay. And like I said, I'm gonna hold myself accountable, call myself out. Like I need to step it up in this area. At least at the very, very minimum, in my opinion, 3 times a month. Okay. If not once a week. I think that it's probably easiest. I know it was for me because when I had like inspired action or I had something on my heart that I wanted to say, I would always talk myself out of it when I was getting ready to push the button. But when I had it on a schedule, like Saturday at noon, you're going live, I would like prepare for that and I would do it. Right. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Got distracted. I'm going to share with you guys a tip. Okay. But I don't want you guys to use this because I think that it's absolutely 100% important for us to connect with our audience, build relationships, to be in real-time lives. Okay. But something that I learned about Facebook, if you're new, if maybe you just have some anxiety that you're working through with going live or whatever, there is a feature on Facebook that you can actually change the privacy of your live. And maybe some of you guys already know about this, but I do it all the time. I'm going to snitch myself out. So when you're going live, you can hit the live button, and before you hit the live button, you can change the privacy to only you can do it, right? So you go live, you do your thing, you walk through your morning routine or whatever, and then you post it and you change the privacy settings so that everybody can see it. I know that for me, and it still gets all the views. Like I haven't noticed it's ever like not had a lot of views or interaction. However, you do lose that real-time interaction that I think is super important with your audience. Okay. So this is specifically for like newbies who may be like super scared. You have no excuse to go live now. Like I just gave you a total like freebie tip. You have to be going live. It's part of what we do. I don't know if you had anything else to say on that piece.
Yes. So when I first started lives, because I didn't like them at all, guys, my heart just starts pounding out of my chest every time I push that button. Grab a friend. I will always grab somebody. Everybody like just go on the team page like, hey guys, I want to go live at such and such time. Grab somebody, because that helped me a lot. It helped me to learn how to just talk on a live and feel comfortable. So just get some questions down to ask somebody that's been in this business longer than you, especially when it comes to op lives. Like grab somebody. That I did like 50 million when I first started. I've only been in this business, guys, for like 10 months. So grab somebody that made me more comfortable. And I haven't been doing lives like I used to, and I need to get back on that. But yeah, grab somebody that makes you more comfortable. If it's even me, I'll get on a live with you. I don't mind. I just like to see people grow, because I'm telling you, that helps you grow in this business. It helps you gain that confidence. I'm sorry, my dog is like pushing the camera around. It helps you gain that confidence, just to be able to get comfortable with seeing yourself and talking on camera. So grab somebody, guys.
Yeah, definitely. You guys, definitely. I mean, I can't tell you how many times somebody just says, hey, I want to go live. Who can go live with me? And there's 10 people that are willing to go live with you. So if you have not been live yet, or you have not been live in, let's say, 2 weeks, and I have not been live in 2 weeks, so I'm calling myself out too. Let's make sure that we are dropping in the chat tomorrow. It's important for us to hold ourselves and each other accountable after we go live tomorrow. Like I'm going to challenge you to go live before the end of the day tomorrow, okay? And then let the whole chat know that you did it so we can just cheer you on. You guys, it's just about doing, just like Shanice just said, this stuff is like, it's all about building our confidence. Like, we don't believe that we can do it. We fear it. We have resistance against it. We don't feel qualified. But what it takes to build that stuff and to feel just like I got this is doing the thing, like doing the scary thing, whether that's a live or that's a reel or that's conversations or that's jumping on a potential call or whatever it is. You guys, the only way to build belief and confidence is to get it done. It's to do it scared. It's the only way through it. So that's all I really had. Do we have any questions? I love going live, but it took me doing it multiple times. Yeah, just like I was saying, it's true. You have to like do it to get through it. Like, if you don't want to feel like you're gonna poop your pants every time you go live, like you have to do it like 20 times, maybe more. Okay. So until you don't feel that anymore. I just read something from Jenna. Where'd it go? And I think that was it. Brittany, did you have anything that you wanted to add, sis? Most people get scared because they don't want to mess up or freeze up 99% of the time. Nobody notices that even happens but you. That is so true. 99% of the time, you guys, we are our own worst critic. People aren't paying attention to if you messed up or stuttered or accidentally, you know, gave wrong information on the product because you were so nervous and you were just trying to rush through it. Like, nobody notices and nobody's going to hold that against you. Like, it's all about just doing. I feel like I'm repeating myself here, but this is what we do, you guys. We do the scary things until it's not scary anymore. And we feel comfortable and we feel confident. And then guess what we do? We teach other people how to do it. You know, that's
I'm
what
telling you, like, being you is the best thing about this business. I was able to find myself because I was super shy. I didn't talk to anybody. I stayed in my bubble. When people see me be me on my lives, they love it. Like, there was this one time, like, I spilt my whole shake, guys. It went everywhere. But I got so much engagement because, I mean, I'm not perfect. And that's what people want to see. They don't want to see you be perfect. They just wanted to see you be you.
That is so true. Okay, so I'll just tell a really quick funny story and then we'll jump off of here. So when I was trying heat for the first time, I was live and I literally inhaled heat and literally was like choking like on my live. But guess what? Nobody was like, oh God, we're not going to come to her page anymore. Like, it was funny and it was engagement and people like saw that I was real with real emotions and shit happens. Like, they like that. I think the more you can be you and just feel your way forward, the better. And the quicker you're going to build your confidence, you guys. It's really about that. That would make me want to come to your page more. Exactly. Just feel your way forward. Okay, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you for always giving me room to grow and do these things and be scared myself and show up anyways, because I love you guys and I want to teach you and train you and give you guys, you know, tools to be successful here and grow and heal and do all the things. So I love you guys. Thank you.
Love you guys. Thanks.
Thanks, girl.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.